So today I'm going to be going over which cards you should buy in NBA 2K26 Myteam, man. Before we do get into it though, please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're almost 800 subs. It's always very much appreciated. And also please make sure to leave a like on the video, man. That helps my videos reach kind of the algorithm, helps them reach more viewers. And then it's fun because you guys can comment with each other. I can comment with you guys. We can talk about the game. So it just really benefits all of us. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, without further ado, let me get into some cards you guys should pick up. So, kind of a little disclaimer, I'm going to be mostly talking about diamonds and pink diamonds. I'm not really a budget card kind of guy, to be honest with you. And I really don't see a point in picking up budget cards at this point either, because there is some diamonds that are super cheap and really, really good. Pink diamonds, that is definitely not the case. But as far as with pink diamonds, we will go over some at the end of the video that if you guys are going to spend 500 KMT plus, I will show you the pink diamonds that I would be targeting if I were you guys. So anyway, we'll start off with diamonds. So as far as with the promo diamonds, I think really the only one that is super worth it at this point, Miles Turner is way too expensive for what he is. He should not be over 200K. And we will go over a card that is much cheaper and, in my opinion, better in just a minute here. And then these three diamonds are really kind of mid. There's just a lot better options with Wild Gem diamonds. Andrew Wiggins is super good if you want a 3 and D type of shooting guard. If you can get him for like 150K or less, he's a really good card. If you have like him and Clay at your shooting guards, you definitely cannot go wrong, man. Chris Paul, he gets hyped up a little bit. He is cheap. If you really need a point guard and you like CP3, then he's not the worst option in the world. Marcus Camby, there's way better options for way cheaper. And then the WNBA players, I mean, I'm not even really going to. You guys know what it is with the WNBA guys. Anyway, Bradley Beal, if you just want someone who is going to shoot the ball, man, that is what this card is going to give you. He's really undersized for the shooting guard, but you can still get away with it at this point in the year. And this is one of the best shooters that I've used, to be honest. So if you need someone who's just going to be wet, then Bradley Beal is the card for you, man. I would avoid Mike Conley and DeWanna Bonner. DeMarcus Cousins, to me, he's cheaper than Miles Turner, and I think that he's just a better card. I mean, Miles Turner, sure, maybe he has a slightly better release, but Boogie is still absolutely green for me, and he has a way better player build. He's going to be way better on the defensive end. I think Miles Turner is getting a little bit overhyped, and people are forgetting about Boogie. That's kind of my opinion. I think Boogie's honestly the better card, and he's cheaper. So if you guys want a diamond big, this is probably who I would recommend, is Boogie Cousins. Now, if we go down to the Wild Gems, which are the other purchasable diamonds in this game, man, this diamond, Kiki Vandeweghe, I don't know why he's this cheap. This card is so freaking good, man. There's another Wild Gem diamond that is getting really hyped up right now that I think that this card is just the ever so slightly worse version of, and that is Rui Hachimura. People are really, really talking up this Rui Hachimura card. I just looked and there wasn't, okay, so someone did just post one. This card goes for like 300 KMT, and he is in no world 250 KMT better than Kiki Vandeweghe. Sure, he's got a better player build, better wingspan, going to be better on the defensive end. He is not as good on the offensive end as Kiki, though. He doesn't have as good of a release. Really, he's going to give you a little bit better defense, but only slightly. Like, it's not as much better as you might think. And on the offensive end, Kiki Vandeweghe is way better. I have used the free agent version of this card. I've used Kiki Vandeweghe. I know how these cards stack up. I'm taking Kiki, man, and he's 250K cheaper. So this is a card that I would recommend. I don't know why he's so cheap. I mean, I just think he is for sure worth the price. I mean, no doubt about it, man. And then this diamond, Paul Westphal. This is a 6'4" point guard that is going to shoot absolutely lights out, man. If you can get this card for under 50K, you really need a point guard. I'm probably taking this card over CP3, to be honest with you, man. So that is kind of my thoughts on that. Let's go over to this page. Jack Sikma's really good, but he's a little bit too expensive, in my opinion, for what he gives you. This AC Green card is really good, but again, I think he's probably going to go for more than 100K. Don't know if he's worth that. This Brian Winters card, though, man. This card literally is like a shorter version of Klay Thompson. Brian Winters is 6'4", a little bit small for the shooting guard position, but he is a very similar. He's honestly like a better Bradley Beal. That is how I would describe him. He's got a little bit better player build than Bradley Beal, going to be a little bit better on the defensive end, and then he shoots absolute lights out like Brad Beal does as well. And he's got good dribble sigs and everything. I've seen this card go for like right around 30K. If you can get him for that and you want to run him as your backup shooting guard behind Klay Thompson, because they are really similar cards, it's advantageous to run similar cards in your lineup at both positions, because then when you put your subs in, you don't have like all way different players, and it's just you kind of get used to them. You know, kind of what I'm saying. So I think that he is a very, very good card to pick up in this game for his price, man. I just don't think that you can go wrong. And then we go over to this page. I'm not really seeing anyone that's jumping off the page on this page here. I think this Jack Marin card, yeah, 85K. I mean, you're looking at a 6'6" shooting guard with a good release, and he's just going to be an offensive demon. He's a pretty decent card to pick up as well. And kind of what has happened with these Wild Gem Diamonds is the cards such as the Sigmas, the AC Green, some of these were way cheaper until some bigger YouTubers made a video about them. So I'm kind of trying to show you guys some of the cards that these bigger YouTubers haven't mentioned, so they haven't inflated in price. That's kind of the goal here. This Mike Dunleavy, I mean, 90K for him. He is 6'9" at the small forward, and he is absolutely wet as well. So he's honestly a pretty decent pickup as well, I would say. Let's see if we've got anything here. The big thing is you guys want to be avoiding small point guards. And then there is some really bad big men as well, like with 25 three-pointers and stuff, and you just don't really, with low speed, and you don't really want to be messing with that. But when it comes to wings, I mean, there's a lot of really, really good wings. And there's good cards at every position, but there's just ones that you want to. This Tyson Chandler has been mentioned by some bigger YouTubers that he's a little bit inflated in price. He's really, really good, though. Don't think he's worth this price, so I'm taking Boogie over Tyson Chandler. Let's go over to this page here. This Jeff Hornacek, it's the same thing, man. Him and Paul Westphal are very, very similar cards. They're both 6'4" point guards that can shoot the lights out, and 6'4" is a viable height at the point guard position at this point in the year. There's a lot of guys running cards that are shorter than 6'4". So I think that this card for his price, man, if you need a point guard, he's going to be absolutely cash from the three-point line. I don't think you can go wrong with Jeff Hornacek. We move down one here. I mean, Grant Hill is insanely good, but I would assume he's going for quite a bit. If you can honestly get Grant Hill for 100K, this card is so, so good. I had the free agent version of this card too, and he is insane. So he is a card that I would recommend as well. Let's see here on this page. I think David West, is a very, very good traditional big. And honestly, for a 100K buy now, you can't really go wrong. I mean, he's only 6'9", but honestly, he's got a pretty big player build for that height, judging by David West cards in the past. And I think if you just want a traditional type big, like a big that's not really going to shoot lights out. I mean, he does have an A- from three. What is this three ball? 82. That's pretty decent. And I think that usually David West has a pretty decent release as well. So if you need, a power forward that's going to give you, traditional big type of vibes, like really going to get some rebounds and hold down the defensive end as well as be able to hit shots from the outside, I think this card's a good option. 100K is a little expensive, but I mean, if you're running him and Boogie, you could be doing so much worse, man. You're honestly pretty set. Tobias Harris is really good, but there's no point because his Amethyst that you get for free is really good, so don't know about him. Chandler Parsons, absolutely cash from the outside is what he's going to give you, 6'9" small forward. Very similar card to Mike Dunleavy, and for under 100K, I don't think you can really go wrong, to be honest. This Charlie Scott, man. This Charlie Scott. There might be some bias involved. I have not heard anybody talk about this card. This is going to be an insanely hot take right now. This could be the best point guard in the game. Like, I'm not even trying to front right now. He is 6'5". He's got an insanely good release. I was absolutely cooking with this card in All-Star Team Up. Like, I dropped like 23 and then dropped like 29 the next game. Dude, I'm telling you, this card locks up on the defensive end. This card can absolutely cook on the offensive end. This is the most underrated card in the game. Like, I'm not even, and it's because nobody's used him, right? Like, I think that he's usually like 100K buy now, 100K bid. He's going to go for about 100K. I think he's better than Jalen Suggs. Like, I truly do. I've seen Jalen Suggs play. Charlie Scott's got a better release. Suggs might have a slightly better player build that can both dribble the heck out of the ball. I'm taking Charlie Scott over Jalen Suggs, and Jalen Suggs is like 300K. And I'm also taking both those cards over Ben Simmons because, yes, Ben Simmons is going to be a cheese ball at 6'10", but these cards are way better on offense. So call it what you want, call it bias, call it overhyping a card. This card to me, though, there's a chance he's the best point guard in the game. Like, I'm not even capping, and I would recommend everyone go and try this card out. He's worth 100K. Like, I'll just say it. This Tony Kukoc I would avoid. I used the free agent version. I thought he was going to be way better than he is. He's really not that good. Let's see who else we got here. Chris Bosh and Michael Beasley are super expensive, but they're both really good. This Jeremy Grant, I've seen him go for under 100K. Let's see what he is now. There's no buy nows up, but if you can get him for like 80K, he's a really good option. He's going to be really solid on the offensive end, really solid on the defensive end. Just going to be one of those cards that's slightly above average at everything. This card's really, really good. So he's another guy that you could target at the small forward if you were kind of feeling those type of vibes, man. Thurl Bailey, cheeseball, 6'11", really cheesy animations. He's going to be expensive, but if you want a cheese ball at the small forward, can't recommend him enough. I mean, he's an absolute beast. Who else do we got on this page here? This Vin Baker card. Now, there's only one up right now, but I've seen this card like right after the Wild Gems packs drop go for like 60K. I think at that price, you could do a lot worse at the power forward position. Like, I truly do, man. This Bryant Reeves actually has like a way higher speed rating than I thought he was going to have. So again, 7 foot, he's an absolute giant. Not going to be the best three-point shooter, but again, kind of traditional big type of vibes. This is a good option if you're looking for a traditional big, if you can get him for under 100K, which is not going to be the easiest thing in the world. But again, this is another card that right after packs drop, he does dip below a 100K. So look out for that. This Kendall Gill card, people are kind of hyping him up a little bit. I think with that being said, though, with bigger YouTubers hyping him up, his price is probably going to be inflated. Same goes with Tyreek Evans. Very, very overrated card. Who else do we got here? Greg Monroe, traditional big type vibes again. 80K or so, can't go wrong. This Dennis Scott, don't listen to the hype. This card does not have the best release in the world. I mean, there's better options. I'm honestly, yes, Dennis Scott is 6'7". On the offensive, 6'8". Geez, sorry, I thought he was 6'7". But anyway, this card will be better on the defensive end just because of height, but I'm taking Brian Winters over this card on the offensive end. I really am. This Billy Knight card, a little bit short again, but he can absolutely cook on offense as well. Who else do we got here? Ron Harper, card that's probably inflated in price. He's kind of a defensive lockdown type of point guard. And here's this Jalen Suggs. Yeah, over 300K. Charlie Scott's better, man. Come at me. I don't care. He is the better card. Over here, we got Billy Owens. I've seen this card under 100K, which is really surprising because he is 6'9" at the shooting guard, and he's got a good release as well. Only going to be giving you an 83, but it doesn't matter. That is more than greenable with how shooting is this year. And very, very solid release, 6'9" at the shooting guard. If you can get this card for like 80K, man, he could be one of the best options. Like, truly, he really could. So that is going to do it for the diamonds. Now, if you are like an MT millionaire, you're a pack ripper, you're just one of the biggest grinders, you've got millions of MT to spend on cars, we're going to go over the pink diamonds, man, the ones that I would recommend picking up. Now on this page, I've never seen a Karl Malone on the auction house. Don't know why he is so hard to pull, but he is an absolute beast, man. If you do see one pop up, then I think that he is a beast of a card. Same with this Kelly Tripucka. We're looking at a 6'6" shooting guard that is going to be absolutely wet from the outside. He's going to be locked down the defensive end. He's a good option. X-Man, I mean, I've heard that his release is not all that it could be, but he still is going to be an absolutely great small forward. Kind of the same thing with Tim Thomas. Tim Thomas and X-Man, cards that have been better in past games, but are still very, very good. I would say, though, the best options on this first page are going to be Kelly Tripucka and Karl Malone. I really am. Because Robert Parrish, yes, he is 7'1", but that's really all that he gives you. He doesn't give you a 3-ball. He's not going to give you, what is his speed rating? 65. Yeah, that's a lot lower than Bryant Reeves. I think Bryant Reeves is like a 70 something. So, yeah, I'm not really sure that Robert Parrish is the best option. Then we move over to this page. Brandon Ingram, probably going to be an absolute cheese ball. Haven't seen anyone use this card. Haven't even seen him on the auction house, but I'm sure that he's going to be a cheese ball. Same with Lamar Odom. Both really big small forwards at 6'10". I think Paul Millsap is a good option at the small forward position as well. And yeah, I think those are probably the best options on this page. And then on this page, this is the card that I'm going after, this Pink Diamond Moses Malone. Yes, he only has a 63 ball. Yes, he is only 6'10", but I just love Moses, man. Moses is like my GOAT, man. So I will always hype up Moses. And they gave him the goggles player model. So you know we got a Cobb, man. I mean, there's no question about that. And then down here, Brad Miller. This could be the best Wild Gem Pink Diamond. We're looking at a card with a 93 ball. We're looking at a card with an 80 speed. And if this card has like a really good release, he could be the best big man in the game. Like, I'm not even tripping, man. I am telling you guys, this card is so stupidly good. But anyway, that's it for the Wild Gem Pink Diamonds. And obviously, you know, I would not pay 1 million MT for John Moran. He's not even close to worth it. Give me Charlie Scott. Kawhi Leonard for 1 million MT. I don't know, man. I mean, all the Pink Diamonds strike 1 million MT. So, I mean, Kawhi, yes, he's a very good card. Same thing with Giannis. I would avoid Jimmy Butler and Anthony Edwards, though. And then Curry, people are saying this card sucks. No, this card does not suck. I can promise you that. This might be the best offensive card in the game right now. Yes, he's going to be a liability on the defensive end, but for dribble heads and people that can cook on offense, I don't know if there's a better option in the game right now. With how shooting is, with how easy it is to green almost every shot with just a little bit of space, I've had people cook with the Ruby Steph Curry. So you just know that this Pink Diamond Steph Curry is going to be absolutely insane. So don't listen to people saying that this card sucks. This card does not suck. Is he worth over 1 million MT? No. But this card is one of the best point cards in the game, just for what he gives you on the offensive end. But anyway, man, I think that's going to about do it for the video. That is my knowledge of all the diamond and pink diamond cards in the game right now. Again, I really don't see why you'd be looking at like Jordan Clarkson amethyst for over 100. Like some of these amethysts that are over 100K, like really, like we've got diamonds that are better that are cheaper. So I don't really understand it. I do understand, you know, there are some really good ruby and sapphire cards, but I don't really know enough about them. So that's why I went over the diamonds and pink diamonds. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. And if you stayed for this long, I really appreciate you, man. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new and leave a like on the video before you take off, man. But with all that being said, I will see you guys in the next video.